So guys, today we will be touring Slavia, Prague, and the east side of Prague. We'll be going over what's in the stadium, filming that, rating the stadium, going over the overall cost, and how we get to it. So first, how do you get to it? It's 36 minutes from Old Town. You just need to get a tram, but that's it. Let's get into the video. Oh hi guys, it's just Adam and today we're touring Slavia Prague Stadium. So we've got a wee note here, it's a self-guided tour, so we're just to start in the museum. So as you can see we've kind of got some history here and it's a lot of it in Czech and English, so we'll just go over it at our own pace. But as you can see here there's a lot of trophies because they're one of the most successful clubs in Czech Republic, and obviously they've been doing well recently. As we know, being from Scotland, they have played Rangers a couple of times in the last couple of years. Obviously there's a lot of controversy with that, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to tour it, rate it and recommend it to people if possible. But we'll just, as we go along, I'll film a couple of things. So guys, if you do enjoy this video, remember to subscribe, leave a like, and let's get there. So as I said, it is a very historical club, and we're just still in a museum having a wee look here. But look at these trophies, by the way, they're so nice, especially these gold ones over here. They look kind of like the Ballon d'Or. A couple of medals, obviously Slavia Prague legends. But this thing over here is quite cool. It's a rock from the old stadium, so obviously they knocked that down in 2006. And they built this one in 2008 and they've played here ever since. It's quite a well stated, like from the outside. I mean, it's got a McDonald's drive-through in it, what's not to like. Some of the legendary stuff here. You've got like that Liverpool kit, you've got, I mean, quite a few teams here, Atletico Madrid, Man United. There's a lot of stuff on the wall, but if we want to get through it all, we're going to have to go through at a certain pace. I mean, they've definitely done quite well in their history, which is obviously something to withhold, but I think the woman says her English wasn't that great, but we're to take the lift up to the second floor, so I'll see you there. This we made it to part 2 of the tour, and this is the TV bridge. By the way, what a view. I mean, they've done a wee replica of the stadium here, that's quite nice as well. I mean, this has got quite a decent amount of history here. I mean, this, if we go up here, it's just an even better view. This is the way team analysis, the way technical filming, so he'll sit up here. I mean guys, look at that view, by the way, wow. I mean, we've played here since 2008, but you can see it's a newer stadium compared to the other ones possibly. But you can see the backdrop of the city way in the background. But it's one of these stadiums, it's like, it does look really nice. So this is the TV bridge. So you'll see a couple of things here, obviously the away team analysis. They've labelled it down. I don't know if that's actually where they do sit or it's just for show. There's a couple of things, but one thing I will say, guys, is, well, Czech is not the easiest language to understand, but we're getting there. But this is my first day off the plane like 4 hours ago, and it actually looks no bad. So I'll catch you in the next bit. So far, I would say this stadium tour is a bit confusing at times, but as you can see, they're sponsored by Costa Coffee. Come on, Costa, where's my sponsorship at? No, but in all seriousness, this is the presser room. The seats look, they're comfy, to be fair. They look quite nice. And this is where the manager would sit. I'll put the manager on screen just now. And it's not me, sadly it's not me yet. I have won the treble multiple times with East Bride, but I don't think that gets you far when it comes to Czech football. But I'll talk into the mic. As I said before, mate, no mistake about it, just Adam FC will win promotion to Div 1. No mistake about it. Definitely will do that in the next 5 years. But this does look a nice press conference room, guys. I will say that. But we need to go. And I'll take a couple of pictures as well for the TikTok, you know what I mean? Troops can't let the TikTok down, but guys, you are enjoying this video, remember to subscribe. Also, it's quite cool when I'm walking down the stairs. Obviously, they have a lot of the shirts and stuff like that. And one of the ones they do have, because I think they played Celtic a friendly in 2017. Yeah, yep. 4th of July, Celtic 0, Slavia Prague 0. Scott Brown, man, fuck's sake, him without hair. I forgot they even had no hair. But Sheffield Wednesday, like they played, obviously this year wouldn't see this probably in Glasgow, but they've got their rival shot up here. It was the Mole Cup, so the Mole Cup was the cup I showed earlier on. But I don't think you would see that in Glasgow. One of my favourite players ever, Eden Hazard. But they've got the shirts the whole way down, and what they've done is a wee map of everywhere they've played, or like clubs. I mean, oh look at that, St Mirren, what the buddies. We've got Leeds United, a couple of the other teams. We've got Young Boys. We've got who else do you know? St Gallen, Frankfurt, Cologne's not there. AUE, Standard Liège, USG. Some of the clubs here are, but I think that's all the clubs they've played in Europe. But it's quite interesting actually. But this is the presidential lounge I am going into. Oh, the presidential lounge. Right, it says I'm to go in it, but it's no let me go in it. Guys, this is the presidential lounge. This is obviously where the people with money come. I mean, where's you go? But there is a nice place, to be fair. They have done well to maintain the stadium, and some clubs build a new stadium, don't do much to it, and it just ruins the whole atmosphere of the stadium. But I quite like this. Remember correctly, even though they lost 2-0 to Dortmund, 3-1 to Inter, this is where Kufal, Souček, players like that got picked up and they got recognised in Europe as a stronghold, one of your surprise teams. But this museum is filled with action. We have the history of Slavia Prague. There's a couple of things here. That might be the first team photo, possibly. That's an old picture of Prague. Prague, for what I've seen so far, is a very nice city. Some of the things they have in here is they definitely well worked this one out. Got a bar over there. You've got some shirts there, Ronaldo. Look at that. Ronaldo, for Czech Republic, Chesney, I think they call it. Also got a lot of the derbies and like this year as well. And this is them winning trophies. And this is it's a seat. It's not too shabby. Same colour as Liverpool, but I think this is the players that have played for Czech Republic, I think, and that's another bit of the trophy cabinet, which is superb, by the way. Some of the trophies they've won, but it looks very nice. So recently they have actually done quite decent in Europe, as I said, like the Europa League. That's the runs recently. Conference League obviously to give them a new opportunity, but this was one player. Honestly, I remember him playing against Rangers. I was like, wow, it's Stanchu, I think that's his name. What a player! What a free kick! I think he plays for Romania, if I'm right in saying. But some of the shots here, by the way, I mean, there you go, good wee Chelsea kit there. But this is a VIP box, I think. This is a VIP box. It's locked off, I think. Locked off, but this is what you get. You get a wee mini fridge, you get a couple of wine glasses, you get a couple of pictures, and obviously your seats would be out there. Actually a decent view when you think about it. But I mean, that's the VIP. Guys, one thing I will say, if you ever do come here, the signage is a bit interesting. Like, I'll show you the bit of paper, and it's like it says the first floor and all that, but some of them are like on a different floor, but it says the first. But apart from that, it's fine. But look at that, it looks smashing. Look at that. That's superb. Right around. Look at this world. But it's like the key premium access, it's quite cool. So this is obviously a comfy seat. Adam's going to sit down on it. Oh, that is the bollocks. That's the bollocks. But this is, I like how it's quiet, you can do it in your own time, gives you a lot of time to explore. Obviously I've only got an hour, but you can do it less than an hour definitely. And you can go down to the pitch, which I'm going to do just now. Because as you can see, we're down at the benches, and it's both sides are quite similar. Benches, sometimes clubs like to favourite their own sides, but padded seats, no too shabby, on concrete mind you. But apart from that, not too shabby. Look at that, Astro Tough. I think it looks like a Astro pitch. Obviously it's pre-season, so they are kind of in that kind of phase of doing the pitch up, so it might be due to that, but it looks no bad. It looks no bad. The goal's only up, but that's my view. That was my view up there. I was sitting away just up there, but it does look really nice. And obviously, as I said, it looks concrete, but I mean, there's a couple of seats there. Don't know why you would want to sit in one of them when you get one of them. Maybe that's like premium season ticket holders or something. But in there, you've got the same kind of same bit. But so this says to go to the presidential corridor, which is this. Wow, that does look quite cool. Well, alright. But aye, it looks very nice. Guys, obviously because we're in our country, I don't expect everybody to speak English. But she just said we cannot get in the changing rooms, which is not great, and they don't even let you in the home ones. So that's definitely downgraded this tour for me. I guess this is like a wee shower room, but this is the entrance to the wee changing rooms. It's quite a nice place, to be fair. And the next one, well, that's the end of the tour. That is literally the end of the tour, but we'll see if we can find anything else, because you know we're staunch. But I mean, as I said, it looks really nice. I mean, I like how they've lined the red lighting at the bottom and the top, but it's just a bit crap. Slavia are amongst the strongest clubs in the UEFA Europa League. There's Patrick Vieira. They've just got a quote for him. Brendan Rodgers. And he was at Leicester. He's done quite well at Leicester, to be fair. Surprisingly well. Everybody doubted him when he went down there, but what he done with Leicester. I know at the end it was a bit sour, but I mean, Valverde, good comments. I mean, a lot of these coaches with good comments. Peter Bosz, Leverkusen, and they obviously got that revolution of Xavi Alonso, but we've got just results, Conte, a lot of stuff here, but I just think that not getting into the changing rooms, that's a staple for when you're in these kind of places. That's some of the things they're saying, by the way. It is kind of a letdown, but I'm not going to let it ruin my day. It's my first day here. We've got the rivals to tour, and we've got a lower club called Bohemians, which is quite interesting. A lot of these clubs are quite interesting because this is Czech Republic, and in reality, well, sorry, in history, they've been really good at football. When they were dating way back to Czechoslovakia, they've been really good. I mean, Schalke, what a team they were. Roma as well, easy rim. That could be taken out of context, but we'll move on for that. But not bad. Like throughout history, they've played teams like Ferencváros, who were obviously quite big back in the day. But that's the end of the tunnel, guys. Before we kind of conclude that, well, this was the Rangers game. Obviously, the whole controversy happened. We had Kamar Roof kick, karate kick somebody. We had obviously that incident, which was not obviously a bright light in European football. But I mean, this stadium, on the other hand, very good in my opinion, but just a bit sour that I never got to see the stadium, away changing room, or even at home. Maybe they're doing it up. I don't have a clue. So I was like, can you open it for me? Even got the Google Translate out, and you just said no, I can't do that. So fair enough. But we are now exiting the stadium, and we'll go and see if there are any scarves. Easy, in a club store. It's obviously Castor, but it's interesting to see that because Castor was obviously started from pretty much nothing a couple of years ago. Don't know which scarf to get, guys. I think the white one's quite nice. We'll have a look to see if there's any other scarves, but some of the stuff in this shop's quite nice. I mean, they can't really go wrong with red and white, can you? So we'll have a see what scarf we get. So guys, this was the scarf I bought. It was just the white one that I showed you earlier on. But this concludes my stadium tour. That's a big eye, by the way. But honestly, like it was not bad. It was not bad. Was it one of the best ones I've been to? Probably not. Quite underwhelming in the sense of directions, the away team dressing room, and even the home. They're just not in show. But for the price of £11 UK, not too shabby. Well, £15 for the actual scarf, which was fun. But I hope you did enjoy this video. I would rate it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, definitely. Not the best, not the worst. But if you did enjoy this video, remember to subscribe, leave a like. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye.